It's me again, and I will be reviewing for you today Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. Now the reason I bought this game was because it was on the great deal section. I saw it was down like 60% off. So I was like, well, let me pick this up. I've heard good things about it. I was not disappointed. I liked everything about this game. I love the color choices. I love the music. I love the characters. I love the difficulty of the enemies. And the story. So this man Zangetsu, he gets cursed by the demons. Alright, and he gets the curse of the moon. Ever since then, he's been on a mad hunt. He's been a man obsessed with killing demons. He lives to slay demons. When he first appears in the game, he appears from this purple shroud of mist that parts its ways, and he himself seems like a demon, you know? Because that's his only reason for living, so it goes to like what Friedrich Nietzsche would say. He would say something like, be careful if you do battle with monsters, because then you could become a monster. And also, if you stare into the abyss, then the abyss stares back into you. He's elevated himself to a different level. He is a human, but he can do battle with all of these demons and live to tell the tale. The enemies are amazing. There's so many different enemies. There's a wide array. They all do different things. It's levels above other games that I have paid similar prices for, you know. Some people make their enemies just pretty much do nothing. It's very rewarding when you learn the pattern and you can beat the enemy. And you have to learn a bunch of different patterns, and there's so many different enemies. There's wolves, I guess they're all demons, but there's like demon wolves and haunted suits of armor. There's what looks like a fist at one point just flying around like this. You gotta watch out for that thing, because the cool thing about this is that if you're playing on veteran, then any enemy, doesn't matter what size, doesn't matter how puny they look, any enemy at the right time can kill you, because they all have this knockback factor. So if you're crossing a part of a level that has a lot of pits, and one of those little tiny enemies comes for you, then that's it. You fell down the pit, you're dead. But you don't have to go back too far. There are checkpoints. So there are final bosses. The final boss battles are amazing too. When you actually beat the final bosses, you find out that there was like a demon in there, but they were being like possessed or like taken over. So you have three options. You can recruit them to your team, kill them, and absorb their power. Or number three, you can just be stone cold and just walk right by them and treat them like the scum demons that they are. But if you choose to recruit them, they all come with their different abilities and different stuff. So first, you got Purple Girl. Purple Girl can jump high. She's got a really long whip. Goes very far. It's good for long distance fighting. And she can also do a little slide and get herself into like little places that other characters can't. Next, we got Old Yellow Man. Old Yellow Man, what he lacks in youth and not yellowness, he makes up for in spellcasting. He's got one spell where he can just throw a big thing of ice and freeze anything in his path. And sometimes you can even make like little stepping stones for yourself so you can jump over stuff. So that's pretty cool. He gets one power up. He sends out like an electrified like homing missile kind of, and those are very effective for fighting the final bosses. And then finally you get the vampire guy, dark reddish guy. He'll whip his cape open and then 3 bats will go out. Those guys are pretty cool. For sure, he's a vampire, right? So you guessed it, he turns into a bat. Because usually you'll get sub-weapons. The old man gets the spells, the young lady gets like weapons just like Zangetsu does. Zangetsu will get a whip, he'll get this cool parchment that will cast a purple whirly spell. He can get this thing where he summons some flames around him and then he does like double damage to like enemies when he's slashing them with his sword. That's the video. Tell me what you thought. Comment, tell me If you agree with me, if you think this game is really good, or hey, this game really sucks, you don't know what you're talking about, stop doing reviews, get off of YouTube. I'm wearing my pink Kirby shirt, and my rating system is pink Kirby shirt good, black Ryu Hadouken shirt bad, and pink Kirby shirt good, so this game is very, very good.